welcome back everyone to the third and final episode of the bar chord tutorial series. So this episode is more suitable for intermediate and advanced player. So if you are considering yourself a beginner, I highly recommend you to start from episode 1. In this video, I will teach you 3 advanced bar chord shapes, and in the end of the video, I'll teach you the song Englishman in New York by Sting with bar chords. So let's begin with learning the 3 bar chord shapes. The first chord is A flat. And this chord requires you to have a bar chord on the 3rd fret, the ring finger presses on the 4th string, fret 5, and the middle finger presses on the 2nd string, fret 4. And the next chord is B flat. For the B flat, you need to have a full bar chord on the 1st fret, the ring finger presses on the 3rd fret, string number 4, and the middle finger presses on string 3, fret 2. And the 3rd chord is C minor. All you need to do is shift the B flat chord 2 frets up and release the middle finger. In other words, a full bar chord on the 3rd fret and the ring finger presses on fret 5, string 4. And just as I mentioned in the other episodes, here is a great way of practicing chords, and this way will help you memorize the shapes. So let's begin with the A flat chord. The way to memorize this shape and train your finger is to press and open the fingers. Press and release. Try to do it with a click track, with a metronome to be in time. The same thing you can do with the next chord, with a B flat. Press and release. Press and release. So if you're struggling with controlling your fingers in the beginning, it's totally fine to have a look, but try to reach a point where you don't look at the fingers. So let's do the exercise together for the B flat chord. 3, 4. Press and release. And press and release. Not looking. Press, release. And let's check the final chord, the C minor. Let's do it together. 3, 4. Press and release. And press and release. And so sometimes what happens when we're playing complex bar chord shapes is that the rest of the fingers, so not the bar chord finger, not the index finger, are not curved enough, are not round enough. Sometimes it's because of the nail. Sometimes the nail is too long, so the angle of the finger is just not curved enough. And as a result of that, we start blocking the string underneath it. So as you can see right now, I'm playing the A flat chord, but the first string is not sounding good, and it's because the angle of my middle finger is just not curved enough. So pay attention to that. It's a very small detail, but you need to shift the position. You need to play around with it to find that perfect spot, perfect angle for your fingers. And it's very important to play every string individually to make sure every note is sounding good. The same thing can happen with your B flat chord with the ring finger that can by accident touch the string underneath it, the 3rd string. Therefore, you see the 3rd string starts to be very well muted. Or the middle finger that, again, if the angle is not perfect, you start leaning, touching the 2nd string, the string underneath it, and it gets blocked. So make sure to keep the fingers round and check your nails. That's where you should start. And now let's move on to our final exercise, an advanced exercise, which will help you conquer any bar chord shape. So this exercise is a diagonal exercise. It's similar to what we did in episode 2, and it goes like this. So start by strumming a full bar chord on the 1st fret. Then press with your middle finger on string 2, fret 2. Release that finger and press with the ring finger on the 3rd string, fret 3. And release that finger. And the final one is the pinky pressing on the 4th string, fret 4. Let's do it again. Strumming the bar chord, 2, 2, 3, 3. 4, 4. And now it's all about continuing the sequence. So move the bar chord 1 fret up and continue the pattern. 1. Another fret up. Another fret up, fret 4. So finish the exercise when you reach the 7th fret on the 4th string with your pinky. And there is another variation to this exercise, is when we change the angle. So check it out. We start with the bar chord on the 1st fret. Just like before, we add the middle finger on the 3rd string, fret 2, and we pluck it individually. Then we release it and go to the ring finger, fret 3, string 2, and the final one, pinky pinky on the first string, 4th fret. So let's do it again. Strumming the bar chord, string 3, fret 2, string 2, fret 3, and pinky on the 4th fret, 1st string. Then we can continue the sequence. Fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, and that's where we end up with our pinky on the 7th fret, but this time on string 1. Alright guys, and now it's time to learn the song Englishman in New York by Sting with the use of the 3 chords that we just learned. So now that you know the chords, I want to teach you the right hand pattern. So the right hand is very simple. These are all down strums on the end of the number. So you get 2 strums for the first chord, for the A flat, 1 and 2 and, then you switch to the B flat, 3 and 4 and you switch to the C minor, CM, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On the 4 and, in this section you need to go to the B flat, back to the B flat. So 4 and you start again all the way from the beginning, from the A flat. Let's do it together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and B flat, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a bit faster and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And this is how you play Englishman in New York by Sting. So if you're still struggling with the chord shapes and the transitions between them, I highly suggest you to start with working on individual chords with the exercise that I gave you in the beginning of this tutorial with press and release, press and release. Later on you can combine 2 shapes at a time, so try to see how the connection goes between the A flat to the B flat and repeat it a few times. It's good for your muscle memory to play a shorter section rather than the entire thing. So A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, and do it in rhythm. Little by little the puzzle of the song will be complete and it's gonna sound great. And that was it guys, now you're bar chord experts. I want to thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, I'm welcoming you to subscribe, like, comment and even share it with your friends. And don't forget to check out my Patreon where I'm giving weekly live classes to my community as well as sharing tabs of fingerstyle arrangements to my favorite songs. Alright, that was it guys, thanks again and I'll see you next time.